Oh my god. Oh my god. My goodness. Well, guys, I'm really sorry if you get to hear my neighbors. They have no clue that I make videos. Oh my god. And sometimes they are quite noisy, but the majority, I think, just one of all the neighbors knows that I make, videos for YouTube. So, whatever. Anyways, let's start. Today, I'm gonna show you off, my Freddy Krueger amazing globe. I mean, it's not the best. I get it on freaking Temu. I mean, it's a little bit quite effective. I struggle to, like fixing this thing, like, getting it click, making it click, for like wearing it and whatever. Welcome to a new video. In this occasion, I'm gonna talk about the A Nightmare on Elm Street Revenge, the second movie of, all this saga of movies, the sequel of this history, which is one of my favorites movies. The second one is quite one of my favorites. Um, because the love history behind that, this movie, there is a love history. It's not just the horror movie. And well, basically, like, the first one was pretty much about, the history of Freddy Krueger and how he started storming, Nancy Thompson, the woman that lives in this house where he used to live. And he kills his mother and her friends, her mother and her friends. And she ended up, she and her father had to end up moving out of the house, and she ended up, like getting psychiatric treatment. That's basically the resume of the first movie. I already talked about what it's about and my favorite scenes of this film, as well as some facts and curiosities about the history of the movie and Freddy Krueger. And yeah, my favorite scenes and some facts and curiosities about this movie. So the second one basically is the return of Freddy, with this new family that moving into this house, and like how he actually uses him to create fear in the community, in the neighborhood. But like, yeah, basically he uses him to, first of all, he starts storming him. Then when he starts having these nightmares, he gives him power through his fear. So it's like quite of like he allows him to use him, for murdering people. So Freddy Krueger basically starts murdering people through Jessie. So she has this girlfriend who, Lisa, who tried to help him, with this, like when he's unpacking his clothing, to fix his room, she asked him to keep his diary, not his diary, but the diary of Nancy Thompson. When they're doing this of unpacking his stuff, they find it, and after, Jessie start having these nightmares. He related the history that whatever he started relating what he's reading in this diary with his personal experience about these nightmares, right? So what happens is that he started murdering people, including his best friend. The night of the Lisa's pool party at her house, his girlfriend, sorry. And that night, he spent the night with his best friend. His nightmares are out of control. But what happens is that when he falls asleep in his best friend room, this guy names, I'm gonna put his name somewhere here because I don't remember his name. He falls asleep, in his bedroom. He starts dreaming. He starts having these nightmares again, and basically, I mean, this is, of all these scenes, this is the most shocking for me because, like, literally, he transforms into Freddy Krueger. He took his body, he literally transformed into him. He emerged from his body, and like kill this guy, his best friend, while his parents are yelling outside the bedroom. And oh my god, this scene is, wow, it's shocking, because like after he emerged from his body, Jesse wakes up, and he see Freddy through his own reflection in the mirror. So of course it's very traumatizing for him. And while the parents are trying to open the door to see what's going on, he escapes through the window, go in search for Lisa, to ask her for help. And in the meantime, she's been reading the diary to find out ways of or murdering him. And she finds out that he feeds through the fear of his victims, right? Especially through their dreams. That's how he feeds their fear, and he feeds off of their fear at the same time. So when he gets with Lisa, with all his clothes, in blood, like staining it with his friend blood, like she is when she starts telling him that she needs to fight him, avoiding the fear or avoiding being scared. Instead of refusing, he says, he tells her that he can fight him. He's too powerful. He can feel it in his body, and out of sudden, he tells her to run away because he's coming back. He's taking over his body again to kill. But however, she doesn't leave her. They start arguing, and while this arguing is happening, Freddy shows up. Like she stepped back, and behind the table, like Jessie kind of hide, but out of the nowhere, like Freddy appears, and start threatening, Lisa, and start, like playing with her mind, like playing mind games, telling her that she's Jessie. And then after he talks with his real voice and tells her that he loves her, but he's telling her with his real voice that he loves her, she says, Jessie, please help. And when she says, as soon as she says, Jessie, help, like he switched and he, throws her against the wall. He just loses his mind, like, and he started, he gets out of the house and start attacking everybody in the pool party, But before we get to that point of the pool party, which is one of my other favorite scenes, it's just like, what the fuck, like, really amazing. I think, the character of, like, Freddy, I think he falls for her, or he has like certain attraction towards the girlfriend, yes, his girlfriend, Lisa, because she's really hot, she's really good looking. Maybe nobody could tell about this little detail, like she's hot. I think besides, like Patricia Arquette, this actress that made the personage of Kristen in the Tear movie, I think this Lisa is really hot. So maybe in his assassin mind, he likes her too, so because he's very curious that when they're arguing and he starts playing mind games with, with Jessie's voice, like he's Freddy, right? But he's talking with her with using the Jessie voice, and then after he tells her that he loves her, with his real voice, and she ignores that, like, is when he become nuts and and start attacking everybody, in the pool party. But it's really funny, like how, I think my favorite is there's actually any. I mean, I find it a little bit funny. I find funny like the scene when he's attacking and this guy tries to calm him down, and tell him that what does he want or what he's looking for, and he tells her, I'm here to help you, and he grabs him from the arm and tells him, help yourself, motherfucker, and he pushed him away against the whatever is there something. This scene is really funny, and well, that's it. And well, that's it. That's the only part that I like about this scene. I mean, that I find funny, And also how everybody, all the guys, look at him like totally traumatized, It's really funny. So after this happened, Freddy leaves, which is actually Jessie, It's Jessie, but it's transformed into Freddy Krueger's body. After Lisa's father tried to kill him with his, gun, and she avoids it. When he runs away, he escapes. I mean, he leaves very peacefully, but like he literally escaped because, and Lisa runs after him, and I mean, she drives towards this place where she has the intuition that she's gonna find him, which is this electric plant where the real Freddy Krueger before passed away used to work. For some kind of reason, after reading the diary, she imagined, or she has the intuition that this is a place where he's gonna escape. She drives there to follow him, and another well, no, it's not. I don't like this scene. It's not one of my favorites, but it's quite like really scary. And it's when she gets out of the car, get in this place and see these two dogs that look like infernal, like infernal dogs, horrible. Like they have human faces, but the body is a dog. When I saw this scene as a kid, it really traumatized me. I was like, what in the hell is this? What the fuck? But imagine a kid watching this scene. Oh my god, it's really frightening. So yeah, she started having like hallucinations where she's trying to find him. And like at the end she finds him, and like fights again Freddy Krueger emotionally, let's say. And I think it's like a horror and romance kind of movie, because like she kind of for some kind of reason she felt the need of like kissing him, even having the Freddy body shape and appearance. So she kissed him, and like after that he punched her, and he started burning, his body, but like literally melting or burning and melting. And what this is happening, she's crying, but when everybody thinks he's done, like he's dead or something, like he emerged again from Freddy Krueger's body, and like if it was like a shield, like if Freddy was a shield or like whatever, like a cover or something, whatever, and he shows up, like if he was burned too, but like reborn, like he just come back to life or reborn, And I find this like having a special meaning because, like, I don't know, it gives the metaphor that love gains against evil, I mean, I don't know, actually, when you think about it like in a deeply way, like you realize that, like this brings us back to the topic of, like how vibing in, how we call it, like how like high frequency vibes can literally like, like save people from, depression, save people from anxiety, save people from stress, from fear, from hate, from all these negative emotions, So it's like a good metaphor, the ending of this movie is like an amazing, great metaphor, I have talked with you about the low frequency vibes in previous videos where I talk about other topics, but this feels really special, the ending of this movie is really cute, especially for women, I guess. Women, we were the ones that we love this movie the most, because they love history that is behind it, like, I mean, seriously, I don't like when a woman is so like give away, like she gives herself away that easy, you know, because she's a fucking hottie, you know. This girl, this character of woman, this personage of Lisa is so freaking hot. So that's the only thing I don't like about this movie. And maybe a little bit the gay dancing. But the first time I watched this movie when I was a kid, I never imagined it was a gay dancing, you know. But I found out that this is a curiosity about this film is that the producer was gay, you know, the producer of this sequel was gay. So that's where this gay dancing idea came out, you know. And also, like, yes, he has like a little bit like quite like a gay personality too, you know. And well, that's it about this film. I hope you really like it. That's the only thing I didn't like about it, the pick me, attitude of Lisa, you know, like all the time chasing him, behind him. One thing is loving, but one thing is loving, and another totally different is crawling for somebody, you know, like so love, hunger, you know, hungry for him, like so love, so much. She has so much love, hunger, you know, and it's impossible somebody feel fall that deep for somebody that have just met, you know, like because their relationship is very fresh, you know, it's very green, very new, whatever you want to call it. So it makes not too much sense the love, the relationship she has with, you know, Jesse. But I mean, I don't know. I guess that's how some women love in the 80s, right? Maybe it's in the 80s. Maybe there were so many more women that passionate about, you know, whatever, that passionate about their boyfriends, you know, or whatever. But for me, it's like so uncomfortable seeing how he kind of ignores her, you know, in some scenes, or like quite of, you know, he's evasive with her, and how she, even so she's still there, you know, she's so. But in real life, you know, when it comes about real life, that's such a turn off from it. The woman that gives herself away. But anyways, this is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you like it. Please don't forget leaving us your thumbs up and subscribe and share it wherever you want. See you next time. I send you big hugs and ciao with a Fred Krueger clowns.